Colts, you got your hand up, man. What's on your mind?
What's good, fam? I'm chilling on the set of Late Night GM with ETH. We're just listening to Clonspiracies and vibing out here in the multiverse. Kind of nice, actually.
Can I come in?
Yes.
I'll get on my laptop right
now. We did have a question. We were sitting here debating, wondering, like, you know, is it time to, like, what's the pitch for going for the 40 bagger, the 20 by 20? Like, is there a sales pitch on that? Like, what's the wild speculation that might want to, you know, someone ape into that?
Flex. It's a flex.
Bro, I don't speculate with no information on a buy that big. I need more information.
Compound. I think Coney just posted something here. I said, I'm listening to the space now. You shouldn't be scared at all. It will be upgraded, not updated, burned. This is how you will become part of the journey. More info in the upcoming tweet and FAQs. Question mark, and quotation mark, image again. So I'm going to pin that to the top here so everyone can see it. But that literally just came through as you were talking. Sorry to cut you off.
Hey, thanks for answering us. Yeah.
Okay, so upgraded is different than updated and burned. Okay.
Well, that's the beauty of Web3 right there, fam. But yeah, we're going to head out. We're going to do the rest of this stream. But we're going to hop into the SpacePod in VR chat here in a bit and reminisce. If I'll throw out a tweet if anybody wants to come join us and hang out. We'll be there. All right, fam. Enjoy your night, guys.
Enjoy your late night GM.
Thank you, Clonspiracies. It was nice to get a little bit of perspective there, and Kane dropping in. That's awesome, actually. That's one thing I love about Web3 is that, like, the team is listening and they're actively listening, right? And better communication. That's a great example right there already. Like answering questions in real time. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, Clonspiracies community, they are not afraid of the wild spiracy, right? They'll go search out the spiracy in the wild and try to tame the thing. And wilder the better, actually. I think they live on the cutting edge of speculation, that group.
Well, I mean, if you imagine, yeah, I mean, we need to foster those crazy thoughts because, like, there's no way we can't predict the future. We don't know where we're going, right? It's all new. It's all gonna be new stuff. It's whatever our imaginations can come up with. So we need to, keep fostering that stuff, right?
Absolutely. I always imagine Jack's house. You know, Jack and Jem like hang out together, and it's like one room, and Jack looks like Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Wait,
like
which
that
Jack?
famous GIF.
What Jack are you talking about?
Cooking.
Cooking. Okay.
Cooking Jack.
You said Jack and Jim. I'm like, well, who's Jim? I don't.
Oh, huh? Well, you know.
I couldn't see. I had Carl in the way here. Let me move my little Carl here. Okay, that's better. Now I can see you. Hey.
Yes.
Good, buddy.
Chrome Kyle.
Okay, so
yeah,
continue. I'm sorry.
That famous GIF. Yeah, the
Wait,
GIF. Charlie's connecting the freaking. Connecting the wires or the strings, the yarn, moving all around from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's how Jack lives his life, like 24/7. I'm pretty sure.
But wait, is it GIF or GIF?
Well, the peanut butter is GIF.
But that's spelled with a J. This is spelled with a G.
It's a soft G. It's more like
hif.
It's a hif.
That's actually that has to be what it is.
Him. Late night him.
So are you going for the 20 by 20? Did Clonspiracy sell you on it?
Good God. I mean,
is it even a thought?
I keep telling myself I'm not going to do it. Is it a contemplation? Come on, how long have we known each other? Second I saw that I could go and try to get something that is outrageous, right?
And I
was like, all right.
What was I thinking? That you would be responsible? No, forget that.
No. The only thing that's stopping me from doing it is the fact that I would have to move some stuff around on cold wallets, and I hate doing that. So if I had everything like ready to go, I probably already done it. Honestly.
Damn.
Would have done it. But I think some of that upside is going to be taken away because people are going to arbitrage that opportunity today. and by the time the burn actually comes around, it'll be too expensive.
Maybe. Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
I mean,
Who
I'm
knows
excited
if
for
that's
number
actually...
3. I'm excited for number 3.
Yeah, the 2 and
that's
2.
an option. I can afford that. That's doable.
Yeah, I'll do that a couple times just for the hell of it, I think. And then,
Same.
I don't know, have some... I'll have a couple space pods left over. Maybe we'll make a gift out to the community, have a little fun,
That'd be cool.
spread the love.
Yeah, it's good to have some OGs as well, you know. But it's gonna. It's
I mean,
kind
who
of
knows what they're going to do with them?
it's gonna be. It's like that's. It's good to see this part of the story, you know, taking the next turn of the page, right?
What are the odds that it's a vehicle?
I mean, pretty good, I think.
You think it's a vehicle?
I do. Yeah. You?
I don't know. I've heard every conspiracy under the sun, from an egg incubator to a vehicle to an upgraded pod system to who the fuck knows. So at this point, I think I've convinced myself it's all of those and none of those at the same time.
I mean, I only say vehicle because like spaceship was my first guess from day one, so I've just kind of stuck with that. You know, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be interesting to see. Like, that's one of the most interesting parts for me is the lore and how everything like over the next year is gonna unfold. Of like, how does it all start tying together? That's when it gets really interesting, right? Like, do Animus and pods and clones, and do they all intertwine? And even the OG pieces like the old Feywo, you know, drip and the meta pigeon stuff, you know, all those things. Like, will that stuff come into play? It will. They said it will. It's just a matter of like, you know, how and when. That'll be really cool to see.
Feels to me like all that stuff is a given. That stuff will definitely come together in this ecosystem. The wild conspiracies that, you know, have been thrown out there are a couple tweets that came out about it, is this whole crossover with Yuga's other side. Like somehow, some way, Artifact is going to make a play into that world through Yuga's open standards. And it's like, maybe that's the case. For me, that feels like we've gone way out onto the limbs of the tree, and like,
right.
maybe some people like to live out there. I don't know. It feels a little treacherous, precarious.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like it's a strangely motivated, you know, angle to take, like, because it doesn't make a lot of sense logistically speaking, right? Like, what are they actually trying to achieve? That's probably what you should be asking, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, what is Artifact trying to achieve as a brand? Like,
Yeah,
what is their
exactly.
stated mission? You know,
I think that might dictate
like,
a lot of those choices.
if I ask you that question, like, what is Artifact trying to actually accomplish? Right? Do you know right now as a community member, are they streetwear and luxury goods? Are they a luxury brand with luxury experiences? Like, what is happening? Are they a gaming company? You know, for me, I feel like, I don't know. You know, it's tough for me to say because I'm listening to all these conspiracies and they're kind of turning my head around. I thought I knew what Artifact was, and now it's like, Jesus Christ, is Artifact, you know, basically Tesla 2.0? Are they going to build a rocket ship and send us somewhere?
I mean, what do you think, Carl?
I think they're the best. It's gonna be cool, whatever.
I don't even know I can't do Carl's voice. I can't speak German, or I can't do a German accent, so I just go on the size of the thing.
I'm glad you didn't do like the cultural appropriation, like a really harsh German voice.
I can't even do it. I don't want to do it. Can you do that?
No. Okay. I don't want to get run off the late night GM stage.
You want to get booed? I see somebody
No.
sitting out. Somebody out there is they've got eggs waiting. So Eth, you know, thinking Artifact, you know, as a multiverse brand, and you know, kind of how they go about engaging their community. What would you say, you know, from a community member standpoint? Like, what are you most excited about?
Honestly, Alts, I've given this a lot of thought, you know, over the last couple months, especially listening to the community voice their opinions, positive and negative. I've just come to accept the fact that I'm not going to know every detail about every drop. I'm not going to know the inner workings of what the team is doing. I'm not going to know the long-term plan. What I can every day is just enjoy the journey that we're on with the people that I'm on the journey with. And like, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this unfolds. And I think it's giving some people anxiety, but for me, no anxiety. This is the fun part, right? They're getting to the storytelling.
Yeah.
You know, with the pod burn coming up in the start of the lore, I guess it doesn't much matter what the strategy is, whether I choose to, you know, play the 1 space pod 1 upgrade or play the 2 and 2, or, you know, show no actual restraint and YOLO and do the 20 for 20. I'm going to have fun regardless, because again, it's about the journey, not the destination. You know, from a community perspective, I would say I am aligned with the team's values of having some fun, right? That's what this is about.
That's very well said. That's like my ethos as well. Like, I'm in Web3 to have fun, you know? Like, the part that excites me about Web3 in general is the fact that I can curate my own journey, you know, by deciding which community members or which communities to, you know, engage with and put my time and energy to. And then through that, you know, you connect with actual individual members and you create these amazing bonds and these friendships. And like, I've made so many friends in the CloneX, you know, artifact ecosystem already. And we're like a year and a half, not even, you know, and now they're all over the world, right? We're getting these events, these community events, you know, LA, Miami, New York, Japan, like London, shout out, Australian groups coming, Utah, like it's amazing. And it's like, just to know that like in all these cities across the world, you have like a group and a community of like family that you can go to, especially if it's like if it's your first time in a new city. What a great way to experience it, like in a safe way, right? So it's like, that's really exciting. But then also thinking about on the digital side of like this journey that we're on together, like this is like the next wave of that stuff, right? Like, it's exciting to see, you know, where this is going to go. You know, actually, this is making me think like we don't have much time left with the OG space pod, maybe, right? I mean,
by my watch, I don't see much time left.
So I think we should actually head on over to the, you know, the space pod, maybe just reminisce a bit, you know, say our goodbyes. What do you say? Maybe we tweet about it, see if anybody wants to join us.
Sounds good to me.
All right, my friend, I'll see you there.
Cheers. Here we go. Oh, let's go, man. Oh, man, what a trip. Oh, look at this place. I haven't been in here in a while. Oh, look at that cool cat. Vision glasses. Those are my favorite. Oh, man, I haven't been in here in a long time looking around. Damn, this is cool.
Oh, almost missed it, man. Oh, my God. Where you at, bro? Eth, are you in here? Eth, my friend.
Yes,
Eth
sir.
DeLorean, I have a question for you. Do you think, like, let me ask
Yes,
this.
please.
If at some point in time in the physical realm, like, okay, do you know what the Proteus effect is?
Explain.
Well, it's like the way that you know, become your online identity, but it's like if it goes beyond, if you really connect with your online identity in some ways more than you do your physical identity, right? Because at the end of the day, it's like everything we do, even our people we're closest to, we put on a bit of a facade, right? Like you have to just to interact with humans because nobody can truly see what's in your brain, right? So like our physical bodies are also avatars, but so the Proteus effect kind of just blurs that line. But I'm curious, like, if the inverse were to happen and like you started to become your clone in the physical realm, you know, would you be okay with that? Like if that was you, you know, walking around in the physical realm, would you, how would you feel about that?
I'll tell you, the physical realm would be in for a shock because the digital version of this person is a lot louder and a lot more willing to say whatever it is that he's thinking.
Okay. So you're going beyond just the looks. Wow, you go. Okay, I was speaking mostly to the looks, but you're talking about the attitude, and is it the freedom of Web3 that makes you dangerous?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's that. I think it's inside this avatar, like running around in this avatar. It's a lot like the movie Avatar. You know, it's freeing from a disability that I feel when I'm in my physical form. Right, in the movie The Avatar, obviously, Jake, his legs are hurt, right? Like he doesn't have this ability to move around freely. And I feel like in my physical form, I don't have the ability to speak freely at times in social settings. I think, I'm an excellent speaker. I feel like if you knew me, you'd say, wow, he's really comfortable in front of crowds. But the fact of the matter is, like, in small, intimate social settings, I tend to be very quiet. I don't even know what to say. What's interesting enough is when we went to that Luxo party, Alts, like, I stood there and I didn't even carry on a conversation really with Fabian or Marjorie because I'm just such a wallflower. I was like, I don't really want to upset their night. They got a lot going on. My time isn't that valuable. And it's wild, but that's how I am. So, like, in a nutshell, this version of me is much more willing to just, like, reach out, take risks, say things, so. And in some way, I think that's already the Proteus effect, if that's what it is, has already begun to take shape. Like, it already has started to grip a little bit because I noticed the Ethylorian shows up more in my physical dimension every day.
Yeah, I can relate to that as well.
The Ethylorian has absolutely shown up more in the physical dimension lately, like that Proteus effect has taken hold. I don't know if you feel like Alts is suddenly showing up in the physical dimension.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting you bring that up. Like the way that I, my physical self, like, shaped, took the things I liked most about my physical self and just focused on those, being more myself, in a more freeing way in Web3, right? Because I'm anonymous. So, like, I helped, open up Alts's, perspective on the multiverse, right? But in turn, like, his gravity has also, like, affected the physical realm to where he's opening up things for myself in the physical realm. Like, my two avatars are, like, helping each other, which is really, really interesting. But yeah, I think a little bit of it too is whenever you ingratiate yourself into this forward thinking mentality, and you're speaking to people on a daily basis that are extremely, forward thinking and smart and intelligent and insightful and all this stuff. Then you end up, in some situations in, Web 2 or the physical realm that they're living like, I mean, they're still 5 years in the past. They can't figure their shit out, right? It can be very frustrating, man. So, like, our tolerance level for shenanigans is, it's tough because you see firsthand how valuable time and resources and energy is, right? Because we're using it very astutely here, being this early. So, like, you don't want to really waste it, but yet, in the physical realm, you can see a lot of people that's their goal, is to just waste it, as efficiently as possible.
I think it's easy to waste time in the physical realm. Like, there's so many ways to I mean, maybe waste isn't the right word. There are lots of ways to invest your time in yourself in the physical realm as there are in the digital realm. I just think this, as you would say, niche within a niche that we are in the blockchain space, there's just not enough people that are willing to engage in forward-thinking conversations relative to this very specific domain that we're a part of, right? So when I'm in the physical realm, sometimes even the people I work with, I'm like, wow, it must be really easy for you to focus on only the thing that you're doing in the physical realm. I feel like my life is so bifurcated, right? Like, I've got this digital dimension that I invest time in, and then I got the physical space where I have this responsibility. So someday, if I can marry the two together, it'll be like I take half of my life and, like, just refocus it on the thing that I really want to put my energy into. and it'll probably simplify things greatly. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
No,
That's just where we're at.
No, I love that. It's kind of going back to the adage of merging worlds, right? Like they're just gonna all start to blend together, right? So it's like we're gonna be creating something totally new in the process.
Yeah, something that's new but strangely familiar. I don't know.
You mean like getting back to
I've had a lot of time
sense of wonderment or something?
I don't know. Yeah, like I hear what you're saying, and like I could ride on that point, but I think it's something even more genuine than that. And that's funny to say because the childhood sense of wonder is pretty fucking genuine. But I mean, I think we spend all this time trying to be someone, like trying to create this identity and project it forward into the world of who we think we should be. And like what I've found in Web3 is whatever you see from the Ethelorian, that's the Ethelorian. The Ethelorian is
for better or for
truly
worse.
Like I'm saying what I think. Truly, like I say what I think, and like sometimes it gets me into trouble. I might tell someone in a Twitter space to get fucked, but like I'm thinking that. Where in person, I might be thinking it, but I would never say it to you. Like so.
So yeah, so you're
in this crazy.
Is like when you're 3 sheets to the wind and you're just like, I don't care, fuck you, man. Like, that's just you in Web3. You just like let loose, right?
Just you're getting I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it. I think people know the feeling though. Yeah, just raw, like Eddie Murphy raw. That's what it is.
Okay, actually, that's one of my favorite stand-up pieces. That was so good. But yeah, you know what? It's like I'm starting to feel the burn. I'm starting to feel a little bit of burn. Like, is it getting hotter? Have they lit these things on fire yet? I'm feeling. Is that smoke? They've lit the fuse, I think. Should we just ride it out or what? What do you think?
Would they burn it with us inside?
I don't know. Did you check their Twitter? Maybe they said, if you're in the space or loop pod, get out now.
Did you tell them?
Maybe
that was your job. You were going to tell them, weren't you?
That was not me. I thought that was you. Remember you said something. I was like, I didn't hear you. Will you do it? Do you remember that? That was the last thing I said to you the other day. So, kind of on you, fam. But you know what?
All right. Well,
okay.